Okay, one more video just to make super clear. So what I've done, I've created in my directory just some stuff that we can work on for this. Maybe the old version of this. Okay, and then the one with the tilde at the end is to back up, so I'll get rid of that as well. Okay, so we have here just get rid of the a dot out as well. Delete that. Okay, so I've created this file that has just the basics to do an unordered linked list. Okay, so we have the linked list type, the linked list iterator, and we have the unordered linked list. Okay, and if we look at these, starting with this one, okay, so again, we have here these virtual void equals 0, the pure virtual functions. Okay, which means that if we didn't comment those out, our linked list would have to have the delete smallest and the delete occurrences. Okay, so in this one, we're overloading the operator here, the assignment operator, first thing that we do. Okay, we've got the initialized list, we've got the is empty list. Okay, there's a print function, okay, which could be helpful here. And that's defined there. We've got a length function, a destroy list function. All these are not virtual. We've got a front, we've got a back. Now here are the ones that we have to, these are the pure virtual functions that we have to put in another linked list. That's a search, the insert first, the insert last, delete node. Okay. And the reason that we have to define these in unordered and ordered list, if we were using ordered, is that they're different depending on whether it's an unordered or an ordered list. Okay, so those four functions we have to redefine. Okay, and then we just got a list, some iterators here, which just allow us to move back and forth. And there's the default constructor, there's the copy constructor, and there's the destructor. Okay, and then we've got some elements here we're creating. Okay, the first one here is going to be the count. Okay, which lets us know how many elements are in the list. And then we've got a first and last pointer. Okay, again, we have to use the this dash greater than to get to those. Okay, and then some private functions we use, the copy list and so forth. Okay, and looks like I've started. Yeah, you could do, this is commented out, but it shouldn't be there, but that's where the other stuff would be. Okay, so then when we look at the unordered linked list, okay, again, this is from Ryan, a student last semester who did good work. So I'll let his credit in there. Okay, so we're including the linked list type. He's including the CSRT in case he uses an assert somewhere. Okay, and then he's got up here some global variables he's going to use in the assumptions, and you've got that as well. You've got yours defined differently. We're a different place. We usually put them at the front, but yours seems to be working, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so here's where we're deriving our unordered linked list from the linked list in a public fashion, public inheritance. Okay, which means we have to redefine those four functions. First one we have to redefine is search. Okay, we have to have a search. It has to take a constant, whatever type we're using, search item. Okay, so we have to define that. I think all that's in the book, and yours is working. Then we have our insert first, we have our insert last, and then we have our delete node. Okay, that's what we have to do. Okay, delete node's the most complicated. Okay, and then we've got our sort stuff here. So there's a selection sort. Okay, there's the insertion sort. And then he's got the stuff for the quick sort and all that. We won't worry so much about that. Okay. So if I were going to use these in a program, okay, so let's go ahead and create our sorting lists, CPP. Okay. I'm going to start with my include OStream. And we're going to include our unordered link like list CPP. I think it's without an S. It will give me an error if it's wrong, but I use namespace standard to avoid having to put standard in front of everything. We have our int main. Have our return 0. Gonna stop there. Okay. Now I'm going to save this. I'm going to compile this. I think we can't compile too often because if this doesn't work, nothing else is going to work. Okay. So now I know that things are loaded incorrectly. So I can go back to my code. Okay. Now the first thing I'm going to do is create an unordered linked list. Has to take a type int list 1. Okay. And then from that list 1, I'm going to do a print because there was a print function there. Let's see if it works. Okay. Again, I'm going to recompile a bunch of times. I'm just recompiling without the -o, which sets it to an a.out, which is lazy and you shouldn't do, but whatever. Okay. Didn't give me an error, but didn't print anything either. So I'm not sure what print is supposed to do. It's very interesting. Yeah, it just didn't do anything. Oh, there's nothing there. That's why. Maybe that's why. Okay, so I can do a list 1. I mean, you can do whatever you want here. Insert first, but 23. And now let's print. Let's see if that works. Sort it. We're going to compile it. Then run it. Yeah, now it works. So that does work. Okay. So that's good. So you don't need to add that print list function. Looks like it's already there. Okay. So now I can just add some random numbers. You can do actual random numbers if you want, but that's kind of not the purpose. The main purpose is to get this part working. So let's do an insert first on 2. Let's do a list 1 dot insert first 17. List 1 dot insert first. Okay, see what we got there. Compile it, run it, and we get the list. Okay. So we now should be able to do our insertion sort or our selection sort. So we can try those to see. Those are already in the unordered linked list. Okay, so let me go back up to here. So I'm going to see out here. This is the unordered list. Okay. I'm going to do a list 1 dot selection sort. Should be what it's called. See out. Sorted by selection sort. Pilot. Gotta run it. Oh, do I have to print again? Don't I? It's early. I'm tired. Not really. Just 1 dot print. Okay, go ahead and put a comment here. Sort by selection sort. Okay. Pilot, run it. There we go. We're sorted. Okay. For whatever reason, I don't know why that printed. Oh, because the print looks like the print doesn't do a new line. So we can go ahead and do a C out. Down there, make it look a little bit better. Okay, compile it, run it, Yeah, it looks a little better. Okay. So yeah, that's the basic idea. That should work. And we should be able to do anything that we can do on our linked list, unordered linked list. Okay. So, the insertion sort should look exactly the same thing. There we go. It sorts as well. Okay. So hopefully, this relatively short video will give you an idea of working with these data structures and how that works. Okay. So again, if you have questions at all, make sure you let me know.